Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new to the channel, as always, I'd like to thank you for checking the channel out. Yeah, I'm back with another Xbox 360 vid. I waited though, it's been 2 months, so I waited. I know there was some hype for a while, Xbox 360 vids were everywhere, so I love the 360, I can't help it. I got into it late. I didn't get it when it first came out. I was in the military, and back then I just had a GameCube, plus I was just always gone or busy for work. So my buddy had a 360. I saw a couple games for it, but I just never got into it. So I got into it recently, about 2 years ago or so. Well, I don't know, that's not recent. I got into it about 2 years ago. So been collecting games that are either interesting or suggestions from friends. This video is what I consider, these are gems for me. These may not be gems for you, so, and you can let me have it in the comments. You guys know I don't care. This channel is just a hobby for me. It's an outlet. And more importantly, I'm hoping that I'll show you a game or two in this video that maybe you don't know about, but you might. A lot of these ones I know have been around for some time now, so, but I picked as usual 10 games. I think these are great. I love them. I try to stay in a budget for everyone as well. I always like to push cheap games, not just if I think they're good, but good games that are cheap. And I know that the majority of these games are about 20 bucks and under, -1. There's one in there, man. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't want to give too much away, but well, actually, who cares? It's the Wolverine game. Wolverine Origins is in here, and that one right now, you know, it's just expensive. So, but yeah, man, we'll dive in these games. You let me know in the comments, what's a gem to you? Because everyone's got a different opinion of what a gem is. So, and these aren't hidden gems. These are just me, an idiot on the couch, man, who just like thinks these games are pretty solid. So, but thanks for watching, and let's dive in.
All right, let's dive into some Comic Jumper. Comic Jumper, The Adventures of Captain Smiley, to be more precise. And yes, it's from the people who brought you Maw and Splosion Man. This came to us in 2010. It's a action-adventure game that was an Xbox Live exclusive. You can currently get this digitally for $14.99. But yeah, you're Captain Smiley, comic book hero whose comics are poorly received. You're seeking help from Twisted Pixel. Yes, that's right, the people who made this. He jumps into other comics. He's hoping to kind of basically glean off of those genres' popularity. And as you enter each comic genre, your design and weaponry will change to suit that comic style. So there's 4 distinct comic styles that exist in the game. There's Modern, which features bold colors. You've got Fantasy, which features subdued colors and watercolor backgrounds. Silver Age, which is presented with cel-shaded graphics, and Manga, which is presented in black and white. So, yeah, I don't mixed reviews on this one. I don't know. Again, these picks that I have in this video are subjective. What I consider a gem may not be what you consider a gem, but I'm a comic book fan. I loved Comic Zone. This one is just a fun, kind of a fourth wall breaking through. Comedy is really, to me, is funny. It can get, a little repetitive at times, but I don't know, man. For 15 bucks, what do you got to lose, right? You'll have to let me know in the comments if this is something you think you'd be interested in, but I think it's pretty great. So, again, these are just my opinions, man. I love to find games that are new and interesting to me. Like I said, I've got into the 360 a little late, so I'm still finding games as I go, and this is one I found. And when you find something that's fun and it's cheap, I mean, to me that's a gem. So
I could ride this beat out to eternity.
And you'll see here, through the magic and power of editing,
Check out the
defeated this boss very quickly. Alright, it's moving us into Too Human, a PlayStation game that turned into a GameCube game. It ultimately ended up on the 360 in 2008 after 10 years of developmental hell. Try to make that sound so I don't know, what's the word? Dramatic? Yeah, the story is a science fiction, futuristic retelling of Norse mythology. Portrays the Aesir, the Norse gods, as cybernetically enhanced humans, tasked with protecting mankind from the onslaught of Loki's army and machines. You'll play as a Norse god, Balder, who is less cybernetic than the other gods, which, leads to them considering him too human. He's too human. He's got compassion. He's a good dude. A Viking dude. Yeah, this one's interesting, though. The mechanics are a little, I wouldn't say weird, but I always think it's... Well, yeah, I'll say it's weird. It's weird when you use one of the sticks for a fighting mechanic. So you use the right thumbstick to do all your sword-wielding moves here. The gunplay itself, though, just lock on, so that's pretty awesome. So you can kind of look pretty badass when you're shooting and slaying with the sword at the same time. So yeah, I find this one very fun. All right, you Sparkster fans. Here is Rocket Knight, breathing new life into the Sparkster series in 2010. The game acts as a sequel to the Sega Genesis game, Sparkster, with Rocket Knight Adventures 2, and actually has its same 16-bit difficulty feel too. So if you're a fan of just getting your ass handed to you, here you go. This takes place 15 years later. Sparkster lives a casual farming life. Oh, like Thanos. Sounds like Thanos, except he's got a wife and son. And, while farming one day, he witnesses Zephyrus, the kingdom he returns to after his triumph over the Gedal Empire. He becomes subject to the invasion of an army of mountain wolves. Oh my lord, how many times has that happened to you? Mountain wolves invading your town. Sparkster equips his Rocket Knight gear and departs from his home to save Zephyrus. Yeah, this one, dude, man, super fun. I love this part too. I love that they have like a little side-scrolling kind of shooter in there. Platforming is amazing. Super colorful. This one also too is another $14.99 game, so $15. Go, Rocket Knight, go!
Look at that! It's a real flying saucer!
Okay, calm down, you Starship Trooper fans. Here's Earth Defense Force 2017, but came out in 2006. Oh my god, is this the future? It's a third-person shooter and a follow-up to Global Defense Force, and is the first game in the Earth Defense Force series. You are an Earth Defense Force EDF soldier who is part of an elite unit Storm 1, and you are fighting enemy forces consisting of aliens and massive insects. You'll have access to over 150 weapons, ranging from assault rifles and sniper rifles to rocket launchers, grenades, and laser weapons. However, only 2 weapons may be selected for each mission. To add to the fun, some levels also contain vehicles which can be commandeered, like a tank, a helicopter, a hover bike, and a bipedal mecha. So, a bicycle? A bicycle with machine guns. These are all available for you, and this all takes place across 53 levels, featuring destructive environments taking place in settings such as cities and caves, and with 5 different difficulty levels to choose from. The only good bug is a dead bug. Yeah, I love these series. This one I just got into after playing the first one. I'm not sure what order these go in. I didn't take the time to research that. But this is a crap channel, so who cares? I love nonsense games like this, though. Just mindless, arcadey feel, shoot 'em up destruction. Here is Enslaved Odyssey to the West. Action-adventure game from 2010 that was a loose adaptation of the novel Journey to the West. Chinese novel published in the... Pub. Enunciate, Rob. Published in the 16th century during the Ming Dynasty and attributed to Wu Cheng'an. And as you know, Wu Cheng'an ain't nothing to oh, wait. That's Wu-Tang. Okay, anywho, the game is set 150 years in a future post-apocalyptic world. Following a global war, only remnants of humanity survive, along with the still active war machines left over from the conflict. You'll play as Monkey, the idiot who escaped and caused the ship he was on to go down, and is forced to escort Trip, the girl who wouldn't let her in her escape pod from said crashing ship, home to her village safely after they survive the ship crash. A tale as old as time. Monkey meets girl. Girl locks Monkey out of escape pod. Monkey goes berserk. This is a really fun game though. A lot of cool elements in this one. Fighting mechanics are pretty great. The jumping. Kind of a parkour element to the game. Yeah, this is a good one. I've heard a lot of good things about this, so of course I had to give it a shot. Whee! Look at those sweet, sweet moves. Get a monkey. Monkey Man. What a terrible nickname. Good lord. Fun fact, I actually call my cat Monkey because of the way her tail curls. You'd have to see it though. Alright, this is the one that's a little pricey in the list. Try to keep most of my games under 20 bucks, but this one, well, this is X-Men Origins Wolverine, a multi-platform release that coincided with the film's release in 2009. The story is a combination of the Wolverine, voiced by Mr. Jazz Hands himself, Hugh Jackman, the backstory explored in the film, and an original plot created by Raven Software, which was influenced by major events in the X-Men comic series, full of backstories. So you have 3 options for attacks or combat. You have light attacks, heavy attacks, and grabs. Another form of attacks is the lunge, which allows Wolverine to quickly close the distance to an enemy. Wolverine can also use the environment to his advantage, such as impaling foes on spikes. During combat, Wolverine's rage meter builds up, and when full, allows him to use more devastating attacks like the claw spin and a berserker mode, which increases Wolverine's claw strength until his rage machine empties. Rage meter. Rage meter. Not rage machine. It'd be a good song though. I'm just a rage machine. It took me a minute in this boss fight here to realize I had to do one of that lunge attacks to hit this fella's back right here. And then I got an achievement. There's actually a more violent version of this game you can buy too. I guess that more blood, and when Wolvie there gets shredded, his body looks even more disgusting, I guess, in that version. I haven't played it, so this one was already expensive enough. But I love it. Although I didn't care for the movie, you'll have to let me know in the comments was anyone a fan of the movie? Alright, from one shirtless man to another. Conan. It's a barbarian, you know. It's a multi-platform 2004 hack and slash that takes place in the mythical era from the original books and comics known as the Hyborian Age. Conan seeks his home village of Granach burnt to the ground by the mysterious vulture cult. He begins his quest for revenge against them. This is not just a hack and slash though, as there are also puzzles to solve, and you can collect up to 14 different weapons across 70 levels, so bang for your buck in this one. This is a long one. Yeah, I first learned about this game actually from my friend Scott on his channel, Game Closet. I've been meaning to try it for a while. I found it recently at one of my local stores for a whopping $6, so I went all in. You can take quite a beating in this game, but I find that there's a lot of power-ups throughout the game, so you should be able to keep your health fairly replenished during battle. A lot of those jugs have like the green coming out of them. You can drink those and fill up your energy. There's a lot of those jugs around here. Ooh, pirate.
Where did you come from?
How embarrassing. All those pirates shopping at the same store looks like. Ugh. Don't you hate it when you have the same outfit as someone else?
These vines can come down. More scurvy pirates, eh?
Sneaking up on a village where two guys are having a dance-off. I must put an end to this. Haste my boulder, dancers! Yeah, this is a lot of the game, so if you're not a fan of repetitive hack and slash, this one's not for you. But I don't mind. I'm kind of an idiot, so these are the kind of games I space out during.
My blade thirsts. You'll die on this island. So you're the dog that leads these pups. The vultures will pick your bones.
Yeah, this guy was a lot tougher than I thought he'd be. I think I used a defensive run. It's always good to run, then you can kind of get your energy back and go back. So here we go. So long, sucker. Alright, this one, man, was fun, dude. Holy crap. Vanquish. When I see Sega on a title, man, I'm a Sega fanboy, unfortunately for me, as they sabotage themselves, are no longer with us. But yeah, this is a third-person shooter from 2010 where an overpopulated Earth, suffocating under limited resources, looks to Providence. No, not Rhode Island. The solar-powered space colony for support. When Providence is suddenly taken away and taken over by a multinous group, ooh, that's a word, and its technology is used to devastate cities, it's up to a specially trained unit of Space Marines to reclaim the colony. You are equipped with Blade, the experimental weapon system that can scan, copy, and save up to 3 existing weapons. Space Star Agent Sam Gideon here must infiltrate Providence, defeat legions of future tech foes, and disable the energy transmitter threatening life on Earth. This right here, my favorite part. I literally think I want to make a video of me just sliding around the entire game. Man, oh man, is that fun. Yeah, I like this one, man. This is probably my favorite game out of this video. I really got immersed into it. But these are the kind of games I'm into. I like fast-paced. I like shooters. I like racers. I like a lot of games where you just hop in and go. Look at that. Whee! So much fun. I would say the only gripe I have about this is the auto aim. It doesn't really latch on to the enemies like I would like. Kind of makes you really work on your aim yourself. But it's a small gripe. Once you really lay into those guys, man, the type of weaponry you have, they fall pretty quick. So. Get some Halo vibes there. All these aliens, man, I tell you, they've always got the cool drop ships. These guns were pretty awesome throughout the game, but unlike other games, they don't overheat or anything. They just literally run out, and when they run out, that's it. So we hop in our car and we go to Ridge Racer Unbound. In 2010, this was the 8th installment of the Racer series. Came to us on PS3, Xbox 360, and for the first time ever, Windows. This is set in a fictional city called Shatter Bay. Racers gather to compete in a no-rules, all-out street races, competing for money and superiority and fast-paced blasts through the streets, dodging traffic and tearing through any obstacles that get in their way. There's a mysterious team led by a Japanese... What is that word? Hashiara master. He's called the Unbounded. Appears playing a major role in the racing activity throughout Shatter Bay. Yeah, this is not what you grew up with, though. This isn't the Ridge Racer we all know. They actually went a different approach here. You've got more combat destruction style, which is, this game's often compared to Burnout and Split Second. So, but yeah, it's awesome though. I think it's cool they went with a different approach. I'm a huge fan of the original Ridge Racer, so I've always tried all the Ridge Racers that have come out. This is one that when it came out was the first time that it was out on a console, because they'd been making handheld versions for quite a bit, so they decided to get back to their console roots on this one, and then went with a completely different approach. So, but yeah, dude, look at it, man. That ass. Yeah, it's fun, man. It's fast. The music's great. The driving is great. There's a few times there, I kind of underestimated the speed of my vehicle, and I really got to work on my drifting, which you can see here. Starts off great, but then yeah. So you got to really hone your skills on this one. But man, if you love Burnout or Split Second or just racers in general, man, I gotta tell you, this one fantastic. And another cheap one too. I picked this one up at my local store for $9.99 complete. So. This game takes a lot of progression as well to unlock more activities. So you could be stuck for a while. You've got to place pretty high to advance. So. And last in the list, this one might get a little hate because it's you know, people I think consider this a Gears ripoff. I don't know. It does definitely have similarities to Gears of War, but I don't know, whatever. With the new one just coming out this week, of course I had to add the original into this one. This is definitely a gem for me. This is Warhammer 40k. This came out in 2011, multi-platform, third-person shooter. They added hack and slash as well. After the invasion of Forge World Graia, planet devoted to producing weaponry for the Imperium of Man, which has been invaded by an orc Wah, led by war boss Grimskull, by the orcs. The Imperial Army commanders decide to deploy a group here of Space Marines, led by Captain Demetrium Titus, which is immediate subordinate veteran Sergeant Sidnius, and a relatively inexperienced and by-the-book tactical marine named Leandros. They are of the Ultramarines. My lord, I cannot speak in this video. And you know what? I just keep going. I don't care about redoing this. But they are reinforcing the local Imperial forces to reclaim the planet's critical manufacturing capabilities. So, whew, we got through that one. This one tongue-tied me out of all the other narration I did in this video. Warhammer is the one that tripped me up. So yeah, dude, I don't think I've ever made a video without a mistake, so let's just keep that trend going, baby. This game is awesome. I finished this one I think about 3 weeks ago. I'm still replaying certain levels. I can't get enough of games like this. I don't care that it's similar to Gears of War, because guess what? I love Gears of War too. So mindless violence, man, I tell you. And again, another cheap one. Pretty sure you can get this for like, I don't know, $6 to $15 roughly. And yeah, you guys will have to let me know if any of you are playing a new one. I know my friend Johnny from Johnny Graphics, he's playing a new one. Curious to see how it is. Love these games.
All right, those are my 10. Always 10. I don't want to ever do more than 10. It's hard to keep these videos under 30 minutes as it is. And the attention span of everyone these days, man. I know a lot of people that just watch most of these on just kind of a fast forward speed anyways, or just everyone just kind of speeds through these things. So I try to keep it manageable for those folks. But yeah, those are my 10. Again, these are just what I think I like to use. These are gems for me. When I found them, they were cheap and fun, and really, I mean, that's kind of the goal for games, right? I mean, you just want to, you know, not go bonkers nuts on price and just enjoy a damn game, man. But yeah, let me know in the comments as always, man. I love that. You guys know I say this every time. It's my favorite part of having all this crap is this channel is talking to people, man. That's how I meet and understand people, and I love hearing what you guys have to say in the comments, and you know I love responding back. So, but man, as always, you know, I can't thank everyone enough for watching. Closing in on 3,000 subs. I've been at this for about 8 months, so it's kind of good progress, I guess. I don't know, man. Especially since I don't ask anybody to like or sub or the bell thingy. That's all on you, man. If you guys want to sub, man, do it. If not, I don't. You know, I'm gonna be all right. Like this isn't securing my financial future by any means. So, but yeah, I don't know what the next vid is, man. I've just been kind of going week to week, and we'll see what happens next Thursday. But appreciate y'all watching, and catch you next time.